Good afternoon, one and all present here. Today, I want to give a brief introduction by a quote about this personality, which is our guest. We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. She is an awesome explorer. So we are having here an explorer as our guest. For taking our for taking her interview, we are having an experienced person who is a mentor to many people and also an inspiration of others. She is none other than she is an entrepreneur, DTM Richa with us. Stage is over to you, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, Shubham, for the warm welcome and most welcome to our star, that is Pratiksha. We have been hearing a lot about you, not only from your university but also from a world organization which is Toastmasters. So, first of all, congratulations for all your endeavors. And now I have one question for you. The first one. The first question is what do you feel about traveling? Is traveling a life, or how do you think, like, what are your views relating to travel?
Hello. Firstly, I would like to thank you for having me at this platform. It's really great opportunity. Okay, as per your question, traveling is something that is very, it's very eye-opening according to me. I haven't traveled much personally, but it is something I hope to do. And I feel like through traveling, one person can find out more about themselves as well as about the people around them, about different people in different parts of the world. You get to explore new cultures, you get to see new places, you find out about history of places you might not have even imagined. So I think it's a very eye-opening and very transformative experience.
Absolutely. Which one place would you like to visit if given a chance?
If given a chance, I would love to visit some place in Europe, especially Switzerland. I've actually been to Switzerland before. It was back in my school days. I was representing my school for a competition, and I was awestruck by that place, especially when we landed. It was the middle of winter, so we landed. While we were landing, we could see the Alps, and it was midnight too, and it was a very beautiful experience just seeing that from the plane. And I would like to experience that all over again.
I really wish that you should. Okay. What made you join DTU? Why not some other place, some other university?
So actually, when I was in my high school, in my grade 12, I used to go to a coaching center near my house. And the manager of the coaching center, Mr. Sachin, he was sort of my mentor. I used to interact with him on a daily basis for career advice and to know more about what I can do. Because at a stage when the rest of the 50 years, probably choose your college in such a way that you get a platform where you can explore everything. And he had heard a lot about DTU and he suggested me to join it. So I did that and I get at DTU, the kind of exposure you get at DTU. And it's also in the center of our country, it's at the capital. So that's what motivated me to join DTU and not any other college in India.
And what about your subject choice? Why electronic communication? Why not something else?
Um, so that is actually a funny story. I wanted to choose mechanical engineering initially, since my dad is also a mechanical engineer, and I used to visit his factory. He works in the aluminum extrusions department. I used to visit his factory as a kid, and I mean, that's the closest I'd come to actually seeing engineers live in action. And I was very fascinated then, and that left an impression in my head. And I was like, I want to be a mechanical engineer. But my dad, being one himself, explained to me that there's a lot of groundwork that you'll have to do have to do, and he was a little against it because he's done it himself, and he has that mentality that girls shouldn't probably go into mechanical engineering, and he felt that I was cut out for better things to do, and he didn't want me limited to groundwork. So he suggested that in the first year you have common subjects. So he suggested that I take electronics and communication, and then I can explore further. But I decided to stick to EC after that.
So, what are your long-term goals?
As for my long-term goals, honestly, I am still at a stage where I'm trying to figure out a lot of things because it's really overwhelming, especially when you're in a field like engineering. Uh, I mean, it's true that if you take a science subject and you go ahead in the science field, you have way too many options for you, and that can prove to be a problem, especially when you're at a time in life where you have to choose a career path, right? So, as of now, I'm interested in data science. I've been reading up a lot about it. I've been exploring further about it, taking up courses during this lockdown. So, as of now, I'm looking into that.
Good. Keep exploring because there is no end to opportunities, isn't it?
Yes,
There is so
definitely.
much in the world that at times even we think that what is one thing that we would like to pursue.
Right.
So, what do you feel about Toastmasters? Has it done something like any transformation or any kind of learnings that you have enriched yourself from Toastmasters?
So right now I'm in my second year of college, but I actually joined Toastmasters when I was back in my eighth grade. And I actually live in Sharjah, so here we have a gavel club for school students. And back then, I had a huge fear of public speaking. I did not talk much to people. I was really shy. So when I went to the club for the first time and they asked me to speak on a table topic, I was extremely nervous. I went there, I got the topic, I stared at the audience for a full minute, and I was like, thank you. And I went back to my seat. And I was actually left quite humiliated after that and decided not to go back. But when I told my parents about it, they pushed me to go for it because, I mean, only when you get out of your comfort zone will you be able to learn, right? So I went for a few meetings. I was still extremely uncomfortable. And I was extremely intimidated by my seniors. They were just 2, 3 years older to me, but they seemed very professional in their manner of speaking. So after that, it was high school. So I kind of tuned back a bit when it came to Toastmasters. But then I joined DTU and I found out that they had a club there. And I decided, okay, this is a time to start over, right? So why not go for Toastmasters here? Again, I was scared of the same thing that I won't be able to speak. I'll be intimidated by seniors. But honestly, Toastmasters is a very welcoming club. I've been to several clubs apart from DTU, and each club is very welcoming. The people are extremely warm and professional, and that actually encourages you to explore further in terms of public speaking and be more confident around this really warm set of people. So it's
Very
been a very transformative journey for me.
Very true. So, what two things would you like to change in your club, Toastmasters Club?
All right. So our club is actually a college club, and we have our meetings after 6 p.m. whenever it's possible for most of us to get together. So the problem is it clashes with a lot of our schedules, and a lot of day scholars are not able to make it because of the timings. Most of the people in the club are hostelers. So if there's anything I would like to change is to get in more people involved because it is DTU Toastmasters, but it would be great if we could incorporate people from places other than just DTU to get that sort of exposure our club really needs since it's a new club. So that is
Yes.
one thing. And a second thing I would say is, I mean, we have really creative meetings. We have a lot of members who are extremely creative with their meetings, but maybe we could twist a few things around and try new ways of conducting meetings to make it interesting.
Yes. You got to serve all kinds of flavors, in case you want more people, isn't it?
Right.
Any plans of joining in as a leader in future?
Okay, so as of now, I have remained the secretary and the vice president education of my club. and the elections are also coming up. So I'm thinking about applying for president. But I mean, I haven't really thought that long term about further as such. But I mean, I think it would be a great opportunity to serve the Toastmasters community and to also build on my leadership skills. So that's definitely something I'll look into in the
We
future.
wish you all the best. You must be there as a leader because Toastmasters not only enhance our communication, but you are already aware that it helps us to make a good leader, isn't it? And
Yes.
everybody needs a good leader. Okay, as a winner of table topic session, what do you feel like? How should we overcome the fear of table topic? And if a person gets some topic which is very difficult and out of the box, he or she is totally blank, so how to go about it?
Table topics is not entirely my forte, but as someone who's actually overcome this fear of public speaking from the person who couldn't speak on a topic, on a very simple topic, that too, to winning the club level and participating in the area level, I would say the best way to get over this fear is probably to just do it. Because if you don't get out there, get out of your comfort zone, and don't push yourself and do things, there is no way you're going to improve. So for anyone who wants to improve with table topics, I would say go to YouTube, look at some winning speeches, see how their delivery is, try to understand their thought process, go to more clubs, participate in their table topics. And if you get a hard topic, it's okay, because even the most skilled speakers, when they get the hard topics, they might not tackle it the way they think they should tackle it, but they say something at least. So, I mean, the main important objective is just to get out there and speak. And I think you would be better trained to tell this, because since I've seen your table topics, they were pretty amazing.
Thanks a lot, but I am still a learner and I keep enhancing my skills. Well, I personally also believe in the same thing as you said, that we must push our own limits, isn't it?
Right.
So even we have Shubham waiting for from a long time. So let's hear Shubham. Over to Shubham.
Hey Pratiksha, how are you? So
Hello.
I could see the love of for the travel in you in the last meeting of DTU only, in which like you were the team mod. So my question is, like you are an explorer, you love to explore. So you only love to explore places or some other things like books, some different topics like philosophies, another topics. So this is my question.
Um, I like to explore everything actually. I mean, the travel thing has been with me since I was a kid, so that's still there with me right now. And as I keep growing older, I realize now I'm getting closer to realizing the stream of traveling, so I should work harder towards it. But as of exploring, I like exploring other things. As in, I'm not really that great at art, but then I was always fascinated by mandalas. So now during the lockdown, since I have a lot of time, I started exploring my mandala drawing skills. They're actually pretty good, not bad. And even with books, I'm a great fan of reading books. So I tried reading different topics. Initially, I wasn't that interested in reading biographies, but now I've been picking up a few biographies and reading it. And I was especially inspired by uh, uh, Michelle Obama's Becoming. So that's inspired me to read more about people like her. So yes, I like exploring everything, different topics, including philosophy and economics also.
That was just awesome hearing you. Thank you for coming. So over to you, stage ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot, Pratiksha. And it is a pleasure to have you here in this session. I'm sure that when people will watch this video, they will really feel that they have learned something and they will connect with you as a winner. Thank a lot
Thank you
for
so
being
much
here.
for having me. It was a pleasure talking to you.